Honorable Assistant Alfred Gwengwe, MP, Minister of Trade, Mr. Carl Chokoto, Board, Malawi Investment and Trade Center, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Ms. Christina Zakeo, Secretary for Trade, senior government officials, captains of business and industry, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to preside over this first ever virtual domestic investment forum. The changed times we live in demand of us a new kind of tenacity to reach our destiny of shared development and prosperity. And no vehicle is as critical to our progression on this path than investment, which my administration is determined to increase. With the right investors, we can increase the productive capacity of our industries. With the right investors, we can lift our people out of man-made poverty. With right investors, we can create millions of jobs as income-generating opportunities for millions of households. With the right investors, we can transform the face of our cities. In my view, not only is this something we can do, this is something we must. This is why government is determined to create an enabling and competitive business environment for the private sector to thrive. An enabling business environment is one in which there is a functional, legal, and regulatory framework. An enabling business environment is one in which public institutions are efficient and effective in executing their administrative procedures and processes. An enabling business environment is one in which judicial systems are vibrant enough to uphold the rule of law and protect economic and human rights. An enabling environment is one in which government provides tax incentives to attract prospective investors in sectors that are integral in stimulating growth across the entire economy. An enabling environment is one in which the roadblocks to financing for startup enterprises are lifted to encourage innovation. An enabling environment is one in which the needed infrastructure and technology for the movement of goods and services is developed in strategic places. Now, the goal of attracting investments is to create employment opportunities for Malawians, which is essential to the creation of a middle-income economy. Presently, our private sector space is dominated by small and medium enterprises. In 2019, it was estimated that there were over 1,600,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises employing more than 1.8 million people. Most of the MSMEs work as individual entrepreneurs with limited capacity to employ others. Additionally, the majority of MSMEs operate in the wholesale and retail sector, mostly selling agriculture, non-value-added commodities, or trading in imported finished consumer products. Our goal as government is to change this situation. Our goal is to have as many small and medium enterprises as possible, employing other people and engaged in producing and exporting value-added products. In our bid to improve access to finance for SMEs, government restructured the Malawi Rural Development Fund, MEDEF, into the National Economic Empowerment Fund, NEF, to financially empower Malawians, especially women and youth. To date, over 200,000 businesses have accessed finance through NEF. Government has instituted a number of pro-business reforms, especially the review of laws, such as the Control of Goods Act, the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Act, and Employment Act. Additionally, I have put a binding SME order into effect, which requires all MDAs to prioritize SMEs in the procurement of goods, works, and services. As a direct result of this, the Minister of Trade has already issued more than 2,386 SME certificates in different categories. Now, having said that, I do not wish to suggest that these opportunities are restricted to Malawians living here at home. I'm aware that there are many Malawians in diaspora who wish to be part of these developments. This is why on May 15th, 2021, I gave a keynote address at the virtual Malawi Diaspora Conference, Canada 2021, to highlight how Malawians abroad can be part of this development, which aligns perfectly with aspirations captured in Malawi 2063, the Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the Africa Union's Agenda 2063. But the journey towards these goals starts with investment. The scale of the investment challenge we face requires new flows of private capital. Although foreign direct investment is necessary, because of the additional resources and competencies it brings, domestic investment must play its part. And the best chance of achieving that is by encouraging collaboration and partnerships among local businesses. Oftentimes, many business ideas fail to come to fruition because of lack of cooperation among investors. There are many transformational projects that require collaborative efforts and financing. These projects are documented in the Malawi Compendium of Investment Projects, which I am launching today. The compendium was first released in 2016 and has recently been reviewed to include new projects that have emerged over the last 5 years. The compendium includes projects in agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, energy, mining, transport, and infrastructure. These projects are from both private and public sector, and some require public-private partnerships. Some of the notable projects that Malawian investors can participate in include the Colombidzo and Lower Fufu hydroelectric plants, Chakwera geothermal plant, manufacturing of solar heaters, shoe and leather products, fertilizer and corn starch, construction of roads, Lake Malawi cage farming, and construction of hotels. In addition to the projects presented in the compendium, MITC is also promoting the development of a number of industrial parks in the country. These include Area 55 in Lilongwe, Chigumula and Matindi in Blantyre, Dundozi in Mzuzu, Korakora and Anagri Park in Chakwera. More details about all of these parks will be shared during the Forum for Malawian Private Sector to participate. The opportunities are bountiful if only our people are helped to seize them. I therefore call on Malawian investors, you, to seriously consider joint venture approaches to investment. I also call on our finance institutions to scale up their syndication in financing transformational projects. In closing, I wish to commend the Board of Directors, management, and staff of Malawi Investment and Trade Center for arranging this special forum to engage with domestic investors. To all participants, my expectation is that at the end of the day, you will take up the investment opportunities that will be showcased here. It is time for action. It is now my singular honor to declare the Domestic Investment Forum of 2021 officially opened and the Compendium of Projects officially launched. May God bless you.